Dothan Pastor Kenneth Glasgow pleaded guilty to 2 charges this morning, but essentially received no punishment for those crimes. News 4's Bayla Walker with us live, and Bayla, prosecuting and defense attorneys reached a deal in this case.
Yeah, Kinsley, they struck an agreement related to charges Kenneth Glasgow faced after his confrontation with Dothan police officer nearly 4 years ago. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of drug possession, and prosecutors reduced his felony assault charge to a disorderly misdemeanor. Police say Glasgow got into a tussle during a traffic stop as the officer tried to pry cocaine from Glasgow's mouth. In the plea agreement, the felon voting rights advocate received 30 months that he'll serve simultaneously with the same punishment he received from another judge this month. On July 6th, Glasgow pleaded guilty in Montgomery to federal charges that included drugs and mail fraud. Despite his legal woes, Glasgow has received several accolades for his community outreach program. He founded 2 nonprofits, including the Ordinary People Society. Pastor Kenneth Glasgow, who is Reverend Al Sharpton's brother, begins his sentence on August 17th. Kinsley?
Bayla Walker, thank you. A Houston County grand jury previously cleared Glasgow of murder charges stemming from a 2018 shooting.